your host, Sean Myrie. Please like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. Well, recent news once again with the man, Mr. Donald Trump and a couple other characters. Recently, he made a trip to Switzerland, a place called Davos, a world meeting of leaders, probably business professionals, all types of stuff. It was a big, event for leaders to meet, to express themselves, future plans, all types of stuff. Well, Trump had a lot to say in his speech at the Switzerland Davos meeting. A lot he had to unpack. Well, he's doubled down on taking over Greenland, right? Because a lot of people were concerned about him taking over Greenland with the military. He basically was saying that he's not going to do that. He could have done it. He's saying they're powerful enough to do it, boastfully saying they're powerful enough to do it, and he could have just took it over, but he's not going to do that because he's basically impressed, I guess, by this meeting and other leaders. He was talking with, I guess, some people from even Denmark and all the European nations, everybody. But he was saying they came up with a deal, a long-term deal. I don't know what that means. He's saying that America needed Greenland for, military reasons, right? To protect part of the world. That's what he was saying. Like he's saying they came up with a deal. So what is that deal? I don't know. He's saying for minerals. He's straight up saying minerals and all types of stuff. But it's a long-term deal. This is something what Trump does all the time. He's doubled back down. He will bully, scare people into submission, if you want to call it. We could call it that. He's bullied people in the past and he's gotten his way. So this is what he's doing right now. He got something that made him satisfied because he's saying he's not going to attack Greenland, but he still kind of wants to take it over, right? He's like back and forth. He's saying he wants to take over Greenland still, right? The Canadian prime minister was there too. He had something to say, but I'm going to talk about that later. But anyways, Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump doesn't care about anything but America. And he went there to tell the world, right? To let the world know that America is still interested in Greenland. And he wants to well, he's not saying he's going to take it over anymore. He's being nice about it because he scared them into agreeing to what he wants. He scared them, right? So all the stuff he was talking before was kind of like a bluff. He done this before. You got to see his patterns. He done this with the TikTok, saying that he's going to ban the TikTok from America if the owner of TikTok did not give it up. So guess what happened? That owner of TikTok ended up selling part of it back. Well, not back, but part it to America. So he's bluffing. Trump he loves to bluff. And he done that recently today, right? In Switzerland. And he got his way. He said minerals, they're going to get the minerals. They have a long-term deal. So he's not going to attack Greenland anymore. He's not going to take it over militarily. But he is saying that they do have some type of investments already there. So it's going to be going on. Some type of deals are going to be going on. And he got his way, right? He's talking really spicy down there that they could have took it over. He said, we could take it over. We can take it over. But you know what? We came to agreement and we're going to get some of those minerals from Greenland, right? So he's enjoying this victory right now. He's winning right now for America. If you should just watch some of the clips of him talking, and he's happy, but he's very boastful that he brought them to their knees, right? So in response, in response, right? Um, the Prime Minister of Canada, The Prime Minister of Canada said a lot of things very important. People might look over it because the other day he said New World Order, right? He said a New World Order. But today he's saying the rule of order. And he was saying this been around for a while. The rule of order been around for a while. He kind of exposed this. I never knew about this. He's talking about geopolitics and a whole bunch of stuff. He was saying the world's been going by this rule of order. And now it seems like no one's going by this. He mentioned mid-power nations, which Canada is a mid-power nation, and America is a big power nation. But it seems like Carney from Canada is trying to bring everybody together against America, yes. Right? That's what it seemed like. He's talking real intelligently, more than Donald Trump, right? But Donald Trump at this meeting or this speech what he was giving in Switzerland he was saying he didn't like what Carney was saying. So him and Carney, like I had an earlier episode, are knocking heads together. Canada and America are really fighting politically. This is an economic war, right? The whole thing what they're talking about is economics. Even though Trump, what?
They had to bring back the Air Force One back to Washington.
They have to bring back the Air Force.
There was an electrical issue. They almost killed the man.
They had to bring back Air Force One to Washington.
There was an electrical issue
before they went to Switzerland, right? So
remember, he got threats from Iran.
Oh yeah, he got threats from Iran. That's one of my co-hosts in the background. But Trump been saying a lot. Carney saying a lot. I think it's a war of words because Carney been saying some stuff in his speech what Donald Trump didn't like in Switzerland, Davos, right? This is a very important meeting after all the stuff that Trump been saying, how he wants to go to all these countries and how he threatened. Basically, it's a bluff. He was bluffing.
Yes, he was.
Right? That's what he done with, like I said, the TikTok. That's what he done with the TikTok. So he put out this threat and he got what he wanted because he says, yeah, we came up with a deal. It's going to be a long-term deal, right? But he still says he would love to still take over, right? Take over Greenland. He said it would be good for them to take over the Greenland, all right? What do you guys think about this? Because this is the future. What is this live about? It's about Donald Trump. If you don't know about what's going on with the economic forum, it's very important in the world, right? This is affecting every country in the world, economics, and he was threatening war. If you see the thumbnail, what it's saying, right? So Donald Trump is the biggest news right now, and he's gotten what he wants, and he uses.
The only thing he got was attention.
Yeah, he got attention. That's what he wants.
That's all he wanted.
Yes, he got attention. That's what he wants. But he's a businessman. People keep forgetting. This guy's a businessman. So he did hustle them. He says we got a long-term deal with Greenland. Minerals. He brought up minerals. We got a long-term deal, and we're the only ones who could protect Greenland. So he's selling that, yo, Greenland, if you don't make us protect you, we're gonna leave Russia or China to they're gonna come and take you over.
He's gonna use all the cards.
So he's using the card of the military because he was cocky today. You know what he said? This is what he was saying.
I know what he said.
He's saying, yo, we could easily take over you guys. We could take you guys over.
The dome.
Yeah, and he was talking about the dome too, the protection dome. He keeps bringing that up. And what's scary is Carney, the prime minister, he's talking about a lot of stuff too. People have to realize he was saying the rule order. There's something called the ruled order, saying that all these countries was going by this rule order.
So he did say that.
And then it's really,
I thought I was hearing shit.
And no, he said rule. There's something called the rule order.
Remember, I tell you, there's more entities.
And then he said New World. Then he said New World Order today again. Eh?
Yeah.
A lot of people have to take this in.
This ain't a movie, yo. This is real life.
The Prime Minister of Canada said New World Order again, and he was saying that everybody should come together against America because he says America is a bully. He was saying it in an intelligent way, not, you get what I mean, not blatant. He's saying that we got to come together against America.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. And that's been going on for years, but no one's been, brave enough to say it.
But the scary thing about it, and I don't know if people are gonna look on it like this. Is Canada really the boss?
Hell yeah.
Because he's saying everybody should come together with Canada.
You know what he did? He got friends now.
Yes.
He got everybody to. He played Trump like.
He's playing Trump. He's playing
played
Trump.
him.
He's playing Trump, but Trump is mad at him. You know what Trump said? He says, "Yo, I did not like what Carney was talking
He's
about
ungrateful.
today. I didn't like what Carney was saying." But he was saying that Canada is a mid power, and the big powers like America, like China, like Russia, right? He said everybody has to come together. He got China with him too, eh?
I know.
He got China with him.
And is it what is it, Tehran?
I don't know about Tehran, but Carney's got China. Is this AI? No.
Who is America gonna run to now?
America.
You know who he's gonna run to?
I don't know who America's gonna run to right now. I don't know who they're gonna run to, but it seems like Canada. Carney's not joking.
No, he's not.
He's not joking. He's bringing everybody against America. That's what's going on. So is America ready for that? Is America ready for that? No. Because you remember,
put a joker up there for president.
Carney made a deal with China recently, and America doesn't like that. But yo, you got to look this up. He says this geopolitics. He was basically saying that America's not going by the world so-called rules, what they put out there like before. He's saying there was rules before, and Trump's not going by that system anymore. The rule order. It's called the rule, right? Like a rule.
The NATO, right?
Yeah, it's called rule for everybody. This is something what a lot of people don't know about. You could look it up. It's called the rule order. Sounds like New World Order. So Carney is saying basically ditch that rule order since America's not going by it, right?
He's starting his own thing.
And he's saying yes.
He
wants to be the head of the New World Order. Who's that?
Trudeau's out there getting Katy Perry.
Yes.
Pussy.
And what kind of education does Mr. Carney have? He's economics. That's an economic prime minister. If people don't know who Carney is of Canada, he's a very intelligent guy when it comes to money. So he was saying that nations using tariffs to try to punish people, and he's talking about America. He's talking about Donald Trump. I call him Donald Trump. He's talking about him. But Donald Trump, he threatened Greenland into giving him money like a mobster, right? He threatened him to like a gangster. He threatened Greenland like a gangster. That's what he done. What?
They have enough backup for that.
Well, it worked today. It worked today. What he done? He was talking real big in front of a lot of people, right? He was talking very big in front of a lot of people, and he was saying, "Yeah, we got a long-term deal." What does it? People want to know, what does that mean? What does the long-term deal mean? What is that? He said, "Yo, we got what we want." He said, "We're not gonna attack Greenland now." He took it off. He says,
"I knew he was bluffing. There's no way.
But he says we still want them to kind of give in. Will they like?
So they're gonna do it under negotiation.
Yes, he wants Greenland still. He still wants to take over Greenland, but he wants to do it through negotiation, right? Negotiation.
Is this for him or is this for America?
You're right. Is this for him or is it for America? He's saying it's for America because he has his campaign, "Make America Great Again." He's saying it's
pockets great again.
But he was saying Greenland is really part of America. It's really in the Americas. He's claiming it. He's saying other people have done it. Why can't we do it? He's saying like Europe has took pieces of land, right? Places. Why can't we do it? What do you think about that? He's saying America could do it. People are been taking pieces and claiming for years.
Broken. Don't try to fix it. Leave it alone.
Well, that's what he's saying. He's saying, why can't we why can't we take over a place? What's wrong with us doing it and other people are doing it? The problem is he's talking a lot, Mr. Trump. He's saying he wants to go to Cuba. He already went to Venezuela. Where else? He was saying Canada. So Canada, the prime minister and him really don't. They could be doing this collusion too, like and make it look like they're really against each other a lot because
Mm-hmm.
they're back and forth kind of. But Carney's putting it out there, y'all, and I don't know if this is gonna go viral, but he's saying something which comes out of the movies. The man is saying New World Order in his speech. So he's saying that there's a rule order, and now he's gonna activate the New World Order. He wants everybody to come with him. You see him going to China. He was in China the other day. Now he got electric cars coming to Canada. Well, how much?
That's another beef though with him and Ford. Ford fully went up on the press conference and said boycott
What?
those vehicles.
Yeah, but because Ford's with America.
Yeah,
he's a sellout.
Yeah,
he's a sellout. So
well, look at Alberta, right?
Yeah, Alberta is selling out to America. They want to sell out, and Saskatchewan wants to sell out to America. So if you get like 49,000 vehicles and you're not getting no vehicles, that's to stop getting anything from America. I hope you know. So Canada is trying to do they done a deal with China just recently, so they could get all these electric cars and get more. So they want to go into the electric car business, which Elon Musk was gonna do. That takes away Elon Musk's shit, right? Who was Elon Musk with? Donald Trump.
But where was he educated?
Yeah, Elon Musk was educated in Canada too. So the electric car shit they want. And check this. I came up with a couple months ago. You notice the weather, how it's been changed before? Like I was saying, like it was getting warmer winters for a while, and electric cars work better with warmer climates. But now that we're getting this cold freeze all of a sudden, electric cars don't work good.
Did you get my post on that?
No, but electric cars don't.
Friday.
Electric cars don't work too good in very cold climates. I don't know unless there's some new technology in very cold climates. What are we getting right now? We're getting like this polar.
It's fucking warm outside right now. Literally, it's not even that cold.
But we've been getting this polar cold ass climate. America's right now.
They're saying that this Friday is gonna be the
coldest in history. So America's getting it.
Shit on and turn it off.
Yes, so America.
The way that this weather is going on right now, come on, man.
America's getting it right now.
Natural weather?
No, this is not natural weather. America's gonna get one too.
It's melting right now.
But it's coming back. In the East Coast, did you hear about the East Coast is supposed to get this very big ass cold big front hitting them? So the electric cars, what we want to get, is it going to be good enough for the weather up here? That's the thing. Are these? I heard about these electric cars, man. They're not perfect, but what is so special about these Chinese electric cars? Cheap, but how are they going to work in this type of weather? What we got here?
There's a will, there's a way. They make them because they work.
Okay, we shall see. I just know that the weather was starting to get warm
If there's so much cheap, I'd buy it.
Every winter.
I can't get a Tesla.
But
they took that rebate program away, so why would I get a Tesla?
Tesla?
If these cars are, if money talks the proper way, I get it.
I don't know the price of these electric cars, but it's gonna affect a lot of Americans. Canadians' jobs. But Americans get we don't have to rely on America for cars.
Okay.
Because China.
Can you get a job in any of those?
No, you can't get a job. Not anybody could get a job working at these American companies in Canada or in America right now.
No,
right?
America, you have a chance.
Well, now you lost Greenland. Where do you go from here? Sheep tire. Oh, we lost Greenland. I didn't lose Greenland. You get what I mean? America is the ones. Did they really lose Greenland? Right? Did they really lose Greenland? Because he said he has a deal. He pulled back. He's Trump. If you watch the any clips of him down in Switzerland, Davos meeting, he was saying we could have took it over, but he came out with a deal. What's the deal? And he says minerals. So they want that place for some precious minerals. He was talking. Trump's talking about he has a long-term deal. Oh, we came up with a long-term deal. People have to remember Trump's a businessman, right? He's a businessman. And he hustled them with threatening them with war. And they gave in. And you know what he said? All the countries, what was going to defend Greenland, took off the tariffs. He took off the tariffs. America, buddy. Oh, yeah, you're right. Respect. Yeah, America. But he's saying he still got them. Trump's saying that he still got them. He got a deal. The deal was backed off America, so he did. Trump will tell you anything. Yeah, he does say anything. You're right.
Exactly.
You're right. You're right. Exactly.
Yeah,
You're right.
you
I,
said
I,
that.
I got sheep Steyer. The
Absolutely.
deal was backed off America, so he did. Trump will tell you anything. Yes, he does. He done it with TikTok.
He's a freaking actor, bro.
He's an
He
actor. I
was
said it
a
before.
freaking
He done it
actor.
with TikTok
Yeah, he
too.
knows what to do.
He done it with TikTok in the past. He says, "Yo, we're gonna ban TikTok," and after then he cut it off for a little bit. Everybody turned. He wanted to see how everybody would react,
Yeah.
right? And then what did happen? He hustled that. He kept threatening, and now who owns part of TikTok? Isn't it America?
Yeah.
America owns part of TikTok now because he threatened to ban the shit fully, and they gave in. So he's you. I don't know if all these people are seeing his strategy, but you know who sees his strategy? Carney.
Yeah.
Carney's doing this is an economic war. I've been saying this for months. This is an economic war. Tell him about how Trump is the real gangster, brother. Yeah, Mikey Snyder. Yes, Trump is a gangster. He knows the gangster business.
Yeah.
And he does have history with real gangsters in America. He does have that history. You know,
Yeah.
I could tell you one story what happened, and I say it again. These gangsters, real gangsters from New York, they wanted to try to extort him back in the day. And one gangster guy said, "Yo, we're not going to touch him. You know, we're not going to touch Donald Trump." This is before he was a president because he has FBI with him. And this was from like the 80s. They're saying, or the early 90s. They're saying he had FBI with him. That's why I said he's chosen. Donald Trump been chosen for a long time to do what he's doing right now, right?
Yeah.
So he's a gangster businessman.
Yeah.
He knows how to hustle people. He knows how to threaten people. But guess what? This is why Trudeau stepped down in Canada, because they had to get a guy to deal with a guy like this. The only reason Carney he didn't get elected in the Canadian Prime Minister didn't get elected in. He was put there, and he was the head of what finance for Canada, right?
And in Britain too.
And in Britain too. A lot of people don't know this. Which politician from a country is what has two positions from his own country and another country?
Wasn't he Minister of Finance?
Yeah, yeah. I think the Minister of Finance in Canada, right?
Yeah.
And after then in England or UK,
he was running
some type of shit there.
But he was the first, like non-Britain,
non-British to do some type of business in Britain, and he knows, and he has something in America too. Kearney was dealing with something. I think he had a business in America.
Yeah.
The Canadian Prime Minister now had some dealings with America long time ago, so he knows the American system. Good, he knows money. So you have two guys who know money a lot, fighting. This is the ultimate economic war. And what Carney was talking about, he's saying geopolitics and saying this, he's basically using bully tactics to get what he wants, and the tariffs he's using to threaten all these nations to get what he wants. Look, China kind of bowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
But China, guess what China did? They came to Canada. China came to Canada. China came to Canada.
Yeah.
Right? And now Canada got 50,000 vehicles coming, Chinese vehicles, right? I don't know if a lot of people you don't know, but yo, Carney's been fighting with Donald Trump, but it could be collusion. You never know, right? And it rhymes with confusion. And all I'm hearing the Canadian Prime Minister talk about is New World Order. He's talking about a new world order. He's not being subliminal. And I don't see, you know what? As much as he's been saying this, I don't see this go viral everywhere. Not even in Canadian politics or even America.
It's almost like
this is a world
programmed to be desensitized to these things.
He's programmed to be desensitized, right?
Yeah.
We're all programmed to be like that. But this man's saying this is like a movie. He's saying this.
You know what movie it reminds me of?
Which movie?
The one with Roddy Piper.
They live?
Yeah.
They live?
Yeah.
This reminds me of a movie, what's going on right now. It's like a real life movie. And some people might think it's funny. Let me read what you're saying. NATO, okay, this is from Sheep Steyer. NATO sees straight through Trump. Sorry, but Trump's all yap. Just hope your country gets better. Yes, he is yap, but he threatened people. It works. It's working. He tricked these guys into giving him some minerals. He says we have a long-term deal. It's kind of working, right? Right? It's working what he's doing. Like it or not, it's not failed what he's saying, right? And you have to see the monopoly game what he's playing. The man has Venezuela. You know what he said recently? The leadership, he likes the leadership there. The leadership is working with America. So he bullied Venezuela already into giving him what he wants. You notice it's quiet? It's quiet there? Okay. He stopped a money flow going on in America from the Somalis. Billions of dollars. Billions and billions of dollars. He stopped that shit. So he's going after the money. He's going after the money. This is a money guy. I've seen it from the beginning when he became a president or wants to be the president. It's all for the money, right? We don't know what's next. People want to know what's next. What do you think's next for him? Assassination. I don't know. They tried that. They tried that.
They're not gonna miss this.
They tried that. The assassination shit. He's probably the most
Do you
protected.
really think the people that shot and missed were actually trying to kill this man? That was all like a thing to say, yeah.
Oh, tried to kill him to
Somebody
make people
tried.
feel sorry for him. Yeah, to make people feel sorry for him, and then he won the election.
Because why?
Yeah.
Some guys they got off, right?
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah, what happened to
The Iranians are not joking.
Wait a minute. When that guy tried to assassinate Trump, right? They killed him, didn't they?
Headshot.
They killed him,
Yes.
right? Wasn't it 2 attempts? Was it 2 attempts?
I think the
second one, did they arrest anyone?
There was one guy that got arrested. There's been more than
But
one.
you don't hear about this shit. I'm just going back. You don't hear about none of this stuff, what's going on. But my main point is a lot of people are looking over this. 2 of them. Dennis Valentic. 2, okay. This whole meeting is going over some people's heads. I see it in the media. There's some people talking about it, but it's like people don't take the Canadian Prime Minister really seriously.
That's okay.
That's kind of okay.
Because
it's kind of helping. Yes.
The Canadians and the Americans, we don't broadcast everything.
Yeah, Canadians don't broadcast everything. Yeah, that's true. He likes to broadcast stuff.
We've got the best this, we got that.
Yeah.
But
Trump's broadcaster.
All us Canadians don't know what we really have. We don't know anything.
Yeah.
We literally don't know.
Trump likes to broadcast his moves all the time. He says everything a lot. Every time he's doing something, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. And he just said today, oh, I'm taking off the tariffs. It's like he's saying, you're lucky I'm taking off these tariffs for some of these people. Maybe Trump should clean up his own country before looking at taking other countries, lining his own pockets. Not your. Yes, you're right. I'll give you that. You're right. That's true. That's true. Sheep Steyer. Yeah, you're right. He should take care of his own country because they have problems right now going on. Civil war. That assassination attempt was psyop. Yep. It was made up. You're basically saying Mike Snyder. Yes, made up. Because you know why? It wasn't one of them right before he became like really the president, or they wanted.
Did it too soon.
Yeah, they wanted to make him like a hero.
Yeah.
American hero. Oh, they shot my ear and I survived. That's what really brought him to become like, oh, I'm the president. Now they made him the president because, this guy survived the attempted assassination, right? Make you look like you're a superhero and shit like that. So yes. But as Sheep Steyer was saying, maybe Trump should clean up his own country. They have a civil war is brewing. A civil war is brewing in America. It's bad too. Like, he has all this shit going on, right? It makes you wonder, what else is he up to? Because he has the ice out there.
He doesn't care about his people.
No, he doesn't care about the people. He don't care about the people. He's staring. You know what they said, and I'm gonna look it up again. They're saying if there's civil war and he puts out civil unrest, just saying before the civil war. If there's civil unrest in America, it could be what martial law, right? And if there's martial law, he stays in as the president. So even when 2028 comes, and it's going to get worse in America, it's not going to get better. I'm sorry. That's one thing I could put money on. As long as Trump is in that seat, it's just going to get worse. So he's saying if there's civil unrest and the ice will get bigger, more protests will come, right? He's the president. That's what's going to happen. All Trump did was expose Canadian politics, showing how bad it is. Thank you, Trump. Canadian politics, they don't even know Canadian politics. Respect to your comment. This one said, Dennis Valentic. All Trump did was expose Canadian politics, showing how bad it is. Thank you. Most people don't even know what Canadian politics is, but everybody knows what American politics is.
We know everything.
We know everything. He didn't expose nothing because all the stuff I seen Trump talk about is not Canadian politics. It's not Canadian politics. Tell me what I want to ask this guy. What is Canadian politics? Tell me, because I know more of America. If I want to know what the Canadian politics, because the government doesn't talk about shit really compared to America. They give us everything. You're right. He doesn't care about the people, but Americans hang off every word he says, and he's not the world police. Yes, Americans believe. You know what Trump said a long time ago, and my brother always brings this up, and it hurts some Americans to hear this. He said, if you want to fool Americans, right, because they believe everything on television, you got to be a Republican. That's why he became a Republican. He was a Democrat. It didn't work for him being a Democrat, so he became a Republican. He says Americans believe everything they see on TV, not Canadians. Canadians don't believe everything they see on TV because it's a different system up here. No, we don't believe that shit. Mm-mm. Renee, good shooting was a psyop, right? If you have bad words, it won't come here. You got to bring the intelligent words. YouTube blocks that. Oh, Lee, he's fooling you guys. Like everybody sees America. America shows themselves. America's the world's television. You don't know anything. Most people don't know anything about Canada unless you educate yourself about Canada, right? Tell me something I don't know unless you educate yourself, right? Bless up to the chat. You got to educate yourself about Canada. And America is in their own world. A lot of Americans think Canadians live in igloos. They're in their own world. Yes, there's 300 million, but a lot of times they're in their own world. What do you know about Canada? That's what I know. In USA, God is head of state. In Canada, King Charles is the head of state. Yeah, but remember, America was under the British too. You're right. You were right. In USA, God is the head of state. Is it really God? Is it really God? Because they had slavery. What was for over 400 years? You act like Canada is some kind of mystery. It is a mystery to a lot of people. I talk to. It's a mystery to us. I talk to a lot of people in America. They don't know shit about Canada. I talked to over 100 people I've interviewed, and they don't know nothing about Canada. But guess what? Canadians know about America. So what are you saying? It is a mystery. It is a mystery. Did you know? Okay, I'm gonna answer that to you. How much people knew one of the biggest drug lords in the world was Canadian, a white guy. A lot of people there, an Olympic uh, snowboarder who before all of this came up, that was the biggest story.
That's what Trump is after.
That's who Trump is after.
They don't know that.
You guys don't know that. How much people know the biggest drug lord? One of the biggest drug lord is a Canadian who Trump was after, and the Patel Indian FBI guy is after.
People?
In America, he could be in Venezuela.
Come on.
So how do you know?
You know about Canada. Talk about.
Canada's a mystery. That's Australia's primitive. You could not make it in the United States. You're damn right you couldn't make it in the United States. I'll agree with you. Right. Because guess what? I'd probably be dead.
I'm not living the American dream.
You're damn right. No, someone say I could not make it in America. You're damn right I couldn't make it in America. I'd probably be dead. You know how much guys in Chicago? I've been doing episodes on this. You got 400 and something murders in Chicago a year. Go to New Orleans. There's another 400 something, maybe 700 murders and stuff. I could keep going and going and going and going. And in New York, you have over 30,000 people who have HIV. You're damn right you couldn't survive in America. Thank God I'm Canadian. You're damn right. So
you go on any resort in the Caribbean or anything, they tell us straight up they do not
you were right, man.
admire the Americans
Do you
as much
think
as they
that's
do Canadians.
do they think that's a what it's called an insult? You're
It's
damn
not.
right I couldn't make it. I don't know how people survive in America. First of all, if you don't have money, you don't have health insurance.
But you got to
You
be
know what
driven.
happens?
In America,
You
got
to
to
be
be
driven. Yeah, in
Okay, so
America,
it's
you
either
better
really
be
good
driven.
or it's either really bad.
Yes, thinking about moving to Minnesota to open a daycare center. You're joking, Captain Chris Lang. You're joking about moving to Minnesota to open a daycare center. Yeah, you're right. Look, through what? How much billions of dollars they robbed from the daycare center down there? Eh? The Somalis? No, if we want to bring up that
So if
subject.
the Somalis can do that, what are some of? Sorry, what are the Americans doing?
You're right.
What are they doing?
Because they say the Somalis have a small, what you say? They're been dissing them. They don't have a big intelligence with them. So dumb people.
Okay.
So you're telling me the dumb people respect to the Somalis, but they're saying dumb people could rob the American government. Let me say that again.
And then
they're saying dumb
they
people.
Make you guys go to work.
Okay, and
you guys go to work.
Okay, all right now. So the dumb.
Your taxes are paying for their shit.
We the North, we are all laughing at America. It's true.
Thank you.
Thank you. How could you have these so-called people with these small intelligence rob billions of dollars from the so-called big Mr. America? Come on now, man. Make it make sense. See you at the gay bar last week. Now you get time out. What's called all the people who are
You saw him at the gay bar, but that means you were there too.
You probably were there. Yeah. If I was at the gay bar, you were there. Yeah, you crazy, man. You wish. Got my wife right next to me. You wish you probably doing something there. But see, I could tell people can't. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. Because there's probably been a couple Americans was on there and they're hearing what I'm saying. It's true. You saying that these Somalis have these small intelligence, like what? Small intelligence, and then they stole what?
That's what
billions.
They said small intelligence.
Yeah, no, they said have 67% whatever intelligence.
Oh, but that's what they said about black people.
That's what they said about black people. Yeah.
Whatever.
So if they're not that smart, how is dumb people robbing the American government of billions of dollars? What does that make the American government then? Huh? They don't realize what they're saying. That means you're dumb. You have dumb people robbing dumb people? Okay, let's get back to Switzerland, what Trump just done. He's a gangster, right? As much as he does stuff and some people don't like what he's doing, he has some smart people around him to hustle the world, right? And now he got Greenland. He got his deal. He got what he wanted. And he's saying the military is right now, the military is going to be in Greenland. He made a deal. The American military for sure is 100% going to be around there. And the reason why he wants to be there, look where Greenland is. Isn't Greenland right next to Canada?
It is Canada.
It is kind of Canada. If you look
at the top,
it's right at the top. So by him having the military over there, it's a kind of danger for like if you look on it.
He said when you look at the coast, you see the Russian subs and the
Chinese subs.
So he wants to make sure that they're protected.
That's what he's saying. He's basically selling Greenland. If you don't have America be your police officer, you're gonna have these other guys come there and take over. And he's selling it good because you see what Russia's doing with Ukraine. So he's saying, yo, if they could do that with Ukraine, they could do that with you guys. You only have like 300 1,000 people in Greenland. It's not a big population. I heard it's something like that. And Denmark's now quiet. Denmark's quiet now. So what is the deal? Want to find out that deal. What is the deal, Mr.
Google it, man. Just try and find it.
We're going to find out the deal. No, he's keeping that quiet now. He's saying we have a long-term deal with Greenland. He's basically threatened them. He threatened them. American sites. Yeah. Mike Snyder said American sites. They got a long-term deal with Greenland. They're making the money. He said minerals. Trump doesn't keep anything secret, eh?
Yeah,
when you
that's
hear
why he's
Trump
kinda...
now, when you hear Trump talk, you people, when you want to go on to the clips, hear how he talks, and then listen to the Canadian Prime Minister, how he talks. You won't understand unless you're intelligent enough what that guy is saying, Carney. But you could understand everything what Trump's saying, everything, because he's raw. He's telling you basically, I'm gonna go take this, I'm gonna take that. He's not hiding and he's putting out threats and shit. But what Carney is saying is that the new world order, right, is what we need. So if you guys are scared, or if you ever look it up, he's saying is the new world order is what we need. Mr. Carney, the Prime Minister of Canada, and he says the rule of order, which I never knew about, the rule of order I never knew about, is in. I mean out. The rule of order is out. That was been going on for a long time. The rule of order. Look it up. Look up the rule of order. He's saying that's gone anymore. No one's going by the rules. No one's going by the rules. He's saying no one's going by the rules, especially America, because he's saying Canada's a mid power nation. So America's a big power nation.
I mean,
China's
that's what
a big
they make
power
it seem
nation.
to be. We just don't know if that's true.
No, but Canada's
like a lot of us are making assumptions now.
No,
is it a mid-power nation? I thought it was.
It is a mid-power nation, but he's saying he wants to move towards a big power. Since we're a mid-power and you guys are doing that in America,
so he's being strategic and getting everybody's
together.
Cooperation to go against America. So he literally wants what Trump has right now.
Yes, he's saying we're gonna.
And let me tell you, and I know this is getting a little bit out of line, but this goes into that whole Antichrist thing.
Antichrist shit. People ain't ready for that.
It may not. A lot of people are thinking
they ain't ready
Trump,
for that.
It's Barron.
Yes.
It might be
Mr. Carney. I was looking at it. It's kind of scary shit. It's kind of scary. Very scary.
There's just something about him.
Yes. It's very scary. It's very scary what's going on, people. Like my co-host in the background was mentioning that I don't know if people believe this, the Antichrist stuff, right? Because people talking about New World Order, there's conspiracies, but sometimes the guy who seems like he's the weaker, right? The weaker person is actually more the stronger person. And the guy who looks like he's the bully, the big bully, is really not really the bully. So Mr. Carney, for the last week or so, he's been saying New World Order. He's been saying the New World Order.
Run that back. Go get those clips.
Go get the clips.
I'm telling you right now. I don't know if anybody's gonna listen to me.
Yeah.
When you're watching the news nowadays,
yeah,
you're gonna see some unbelievable shit, and you're gonna think, "Did anybody just catch that?"
Yeah.
Record your shit.
Yeah, you gotta record shit.
I'm telling you, there's some things that happen on the news, and you don't hear nothing about it after, and people will say you're crazy. But watch the news, record everything.
Yeah, you gotta. Some jokers out here. Would be impossible. It would be impossible. What would be impossible?
Just have your phone ready, like if.
What would be impossible?
Have it ready.
I just want to know.
There's certain stories I've seen, and I'm like,
what would be impossible? Because this guy, Mr. Carney, he's basically bringing the world all together. Right? It's like a movie, and he keeps mentioning this New World Order, which is out of a movie shit, and he's really talking to all these nations, right? ADHD, bro. We don't want to economically destroy the U.S. either. I don't know what Carney's kind of smart. He's doing something, man. You're saying he doesn't want to destroy the America? I don't know about that. We need to be more self-reliant, though, due to modern policy. He's saying Canada needs to be more self-reliant.
Yes.
Dennis Velatic, Bill C9. Yep, Bill C9. I know what you're talking about with
Can you put Dennis
freedom
on
of speech. I don't have an invite link now, but he was saying what it's called BC Bill C9. You know what you're talking about. But he's the other ADHD bro says we need to be more self-reliant. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Canada needs to be more self-reliant,
and that's what Ford was saying today.
That's what one of the premiers was saying today. But isn't that what Carney's doing?
I don't know. There's a disagreement there.
Isn't it? There's a disagreement there.
Yeah, because apparently Carney never gave him the thumbs up or gave him the the go about the whole
Chinese
deal.
cars.
Yeah, because listen, that auto sector is in Ford's pockets. That's Ford's friends.
But isn't it
it's
just
affecting his friends?
Isn't it a camouflage for really Carney to make good relations with China? So if you are doing a lot of deals with China, America will kind of be threatened of that shit because everybody keeps talking about China and America. And correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't it years ago we've been hearing about China owns a lot of real estate in America?
They have a lot.
Correct me if I'm
found out
wrong.
about them in Richmond Hill. Remember about all that?
I know they own shit in Canada, but was it the Arabs or was it the Chinese who were saying that they have a lot of real estate in America?
I don't know.
All I know is that it's not a good time for America. It's not a good time for everybody, but especially America with all this infighting they have. People are fighting in the streets. They're not just going after immigrants, they're going after every citizen. It's like the movie The Purge and shit like this. I don't agree with the cars because we manufacture a lot here in Ontario. Doug Ford, our premier, hated it. Yeah, you're right. We have so many auto plants. But okay, I agree with what you're saying, but right now people been complaining about the brown people or immigrants coming to Canada too, and so who are these plants hiring? That's what I want to know. Like, who are these plants hiring? Because I'm gonna straight up like respect to Canada trying to make the money, but they ain't hiring certain people I know. You get what I mean? Dennis Velatek. It can happen for self-reliant. Our government swears allegiance to the king and the British rule of law. Yes, you're right. Canada swears allegiance to the king, right? To Britain. They got us there. They got us there, right? That's why when people say, "Oh, America could just come to Canada," no, America can, and Carney's putting it out there. America can't just come to Canada because you're going to deal with Britain, right? UK. You're going to deal with China. You're going to deal with like the world, basically. You're going to deal with the world. Even if America says they have the most powerfulest army, that's what will set off what? World war. That's going to set off a world war. It will set off a world war.
Canada?
Yes, so you can't just come to Canada and say you're going to take it over because when you come to Canada, you're dealing with the world. You're dealing with the world. Trump's nation America. Negril field hero. Trump nation America. Well, Mr. Donald Trump, he's doing the works right now. Gangster Trump, right? I call him Trump. We call him Trump. Donald Trump. He's doing the works and he's making threats all the time. Big up, brother. You got that right. Yeah, Donald Trump. He's always doing threats. And that's his hustle all the time. Before he was a president, I knew about this guy. So it's not like it's a guy on here who's just talking. I know a good amount about Trump way before any presidency. And he's always been a hustler and he's always been a gangster, right? We are a global nation. Yes. I like what you said there. Respect ADHD. We are a global nation. That's what makes Canada powerful. We're a global nation. Meanwhile, America, with this guy, wants to be the bully. And before Trump, there's Bush. Remember that. There was Bush. And people did not like Bush at first. They're saying he's the one who went into all these wars. From that time, it made a lot of shit rumble up. So let me read what you guys are saying. How does anyone miss that this is wrong, that what Trump's doing? Americans don't care, some of them. All right. Okay. Negro field hero. That's cool. So long as you know how to pledge your allegiance. Nah, I'm just playing. Canada is cool. Trump just wants a position on Russia. Yes, yes, you're right. You're right. This is a message. You notice Russia's quiet? Do you notice Russia's quieted down? This good thing you brought that up. Yeah, they're busy with Ukraine, but I noticed they're kind of quiet in this whole shit. What's going on?
I always wonder about like Germany and those places.
Germany's kind of quiet. There's a couple countries just silent. I notice about this whole thing. What's going on? Germany's quiet. Russia's quiet.
No, actually, Germany, they've got soldiers out there.
Yeah, Germany, they said they would bring soldiers to Greenland.
Greenland.
They're protecting Greenland, but now the threat is down. So this could be a hustle, eh? So the soldiers just, we're not gonna fight. We're not. Oh, Trump and them are good. Now imagine all of a sudden the American military is in there, right? All of a sudden, the American military is in there, make people feel that everything is good,
So
and then they jump back in there.
I have a question.
Yes, what's the question?
Will this, if anything, was to like go down, like with this whole Greenland thing?
Yeah,
You think the drafting would go well in America?
I was saying that. Yeah, this is another thing for the American people. I got this question out there. If all these wars was to go down, if you went to Greenland and it actually went down and other places, would you guys accept a draft from Trump? Because I think that's gonna come next. If he really starts up with other countries, would you go to war for your country? All the patriots of America, will you go to war for Trump? That's what I want to know. They'll be eating poop sandwiches. They're failing in Ukraine. Yeah, Russia's failing in Ukraine. He said he would. He said also, Negro Field hero, you would go to war, right, for America if he said draft, forced you to go. So you would go.
Voluntarily.
I'm 45, though I don't care if they'll take me. So you're really patriot about that. You would go if it was a draft. I would protect my family, right? Yeah. So I don't know if ADHD, if you are American or Canadian or what, but you would go if there's a draft. If he forced you, how much Americans would really go? Do you think? How much of them would really go to fight a war if he said, "Yo, you guys have to go. It's a draft," right? So you're saying, I know there's nowhere to go. My gal family from Jamaica, U.S. would eventually reach to the Caribbean. It is America in a way. Nicholson, nobody gives you a gun. Okay, coward American, and I sign. Okay, a lot of you guys are going back and forth in the chat. Holy shit! But yes, you're right. A lot of people would avoid the draft. I think the best people to get into the draft are the guys in prison.
Yeah, they probably would.
Get the guys in prison, man. The guys who might not have the biggest charges, but get the guys who are in prison. People might think it's crazy because right now they got the ICE. I don't know what the requirements to be in the ICE organization, what's going around and going after every person who they say is an immigrant, but it's not just the immigrants they're going after. They're going after every citizen right now because you don't know who's an immigrant really. You can't really tell by just looking. The Eighth Amendment stops the idea of that. So someone says the Eighth Amendment stops the idea of the draft. He'll change anything. He's not going by the rules. 3 weeks training. That's stupid. That's like making Trump president. Could offer commutations. Yo, that guy doesn't care about rules. I was telling my dad that the other day. Like he was saying, yo, Trump has to go by all this stuff, all these rules, and he has to go through the Supreme Court or blah blah blah. He's not going by any rules. Use the 25th Amendment. So you think he's gonna go? I think if he gets bad, right? He'll start drafting people. If they were to really go somewhere, like he talked about Cuba the other day. He was talking about Cuba the other day, right? If Trump hypothetically took Greenland, Canada, he'd go for every other country too. You're right. If you're there illegally, ICE has to do its job. Do you agree? It's true. I agree with that. That's controversial when I say it because some people might not want to hear this from me, but I agree with Trump on that. If you're illegal in the country, I can't really defend that. You got to get deported. You got right. It's called illegal.
Yeah.
You're not legal in there. There's people who have to pay and struggle just to be in America. So I'm not agreeing with the illegal shit. The people coming through the borders and people who are doing that like illegal shit. No, you have to go. Everybody has borders and should have sovereignty over their laws. So this one said, Negro Field Hero. Everybody has borders and should have sovereignty over their laws. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
But do you agree with the illegal business? No, I don't agree with people coming in no country illegal.
No, because they make it so difficult for Jamaican people to come to. Okay,
they make it
about Canada.
Yeah,
say like you can't just come here.
You can't just.
It's very hard. Like the embassy over there.
Yeah, you
get a visa and all that.
But in America, it's
Yes.
soft. The borders are soft because Mexicans and people from South America been sneaking in
No,
America
if
for
everybody else got to work
generations.
for hard for it, you got to do the same.
Yeah, so if everybody from like overseas have to work hard, and the Caribbean people have to work hard, they have to pay. They can't sneak through no border. They have to pay and get monitored to be in America. What makes you so special that you're illegal and you think you have rights in America? No, 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 no. I don't agree with that. Mm-mm. Yeah, there's a right and a wrong way though. We actually deport many people, but quietly. You're right. Canada does it quietly and with warrants, legal cause. I don't like how ICE agents are arresting random people without a warrant. You're right. Canada does it quietly and secretly because what's his name? Carney's not innocent. Carney's deporting thousands of people right now. He's deporting a lot of people. But then you can't blame the Americans for being angry and they're using ICE because if you have people stealing billions of dollars, this is what happened. And it's really affecting the American citizens. You have people who are stealing billions of dollars, which I'm wondering they must have knew about this a long time ago. Now why you choose to bring this out? Stealing billions of dollars, and now you're going to deport thousands of them back to Somalia. And that's going to create a civil war probably in Somalia too.
Billions of dollars, and they couldn't keep. They're saying our politics are stupid, but
yeah,
billions of dollars.
Yeah,
billions. Y'all didn't do like a monthly checkup on these.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
how did that happen?
How did that happen? How did
that can't go on here?
No, that will never happen in Canada.
Absolutely. So that tells you that they really don't put the children first in America.
Yeah, because how do you get these people setting up daycares and no children are been going to these things for years? How did they get away with this shit?
Like,
or do they even exist? And billions of dollars, not no millions, billions of dollars.
That's crazy. That blows my mind.
Right? That blows my mind.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money people been getting away with. Trump, Vance, MAGA, Massa, Rocks, Ice, Baby. This one's a joker. Yeah. No, it's true, man. Like, how did they get away with all of this shit? And now, but you know what? It's going to create a social big problem in America because they're going to deport thousands of them, and some of them never seen.
I think the people that were in charge of the child care affairs or whatever, there, they should be looked into. Because what the hell are y'all doing? Who's sleeping on the job?
No, it's
like you know how we have Ministry of Children and Community Services.
Yes,
that can't happen here. Who is the Ministry of Children?
It's them.
It's the same over there.
The same.
So
Somalis.
how did they make that? No, you're getting the money from the government or the president or whatever, right?
Yes.
There has to be a ministry for this. So who was sleeping in the office? How are they not doing their protocols? Like, how did this? Come on, that's a lot of fucking money.
It's bad, and I'm just
and a lot of children that they have in the.
How did it happen? That's what I'm saying.
How?
It kind of doesn't.
It just doesn't make sense.
People have to listen to what they're saying.
And it took a fucking streamer or whatever to go out there and do this.
Yes.
So this streamer didn't go out there and.
The guy who went online and he started saying, making fun of Americans, how go to work and how I'm stealing all the money and shit like that. No, but there was a person, there's a lady who's a politician or she's something in the government and she's Somali. The one who married her brother. They're accusing her of being part of this whole shit. They're bringing her up, and they're accusing even the what's called the governor or something like that.
We know too much about American stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry. Trump, way too much
it's true. We know a lot about America, and America doesn't really know about us that much, right? So that's why when people want to debate, I respect people who know more than just where they're from, because if you don't know where somebody's from, how are you going to debate it? Like, this is why I got to bring up one more time before I go back to this economic shit. How are you going to say these people have low intelligence, but they're robbing you for billions of dollars? Does that make sense? There's a dumb person could rob the American government. That's true. Yeah, but, I'm just saying because that's what they say. But back to this World Forum. This was a big message to the world, right? That he could do whatever he wants. He kind of muzzled what's called Greenland. He got Greenland to give in, and he says we have a deal for a long time. That's what he said. This isn't the 1800s today. People should be vetted to protect your citizens. You're right. You're right, but right now there's a civil war in America. Right?
Figure it out first.
He needs to take care of that shit first. He's doing all this stuff about going to Greenland and Venezuela and all this other shit. Remember, he wanted the wall. Remember that wall he wanted. So he's doing all of this shit. But in America now, it's getting worse socially because you got this ICE what is going after not just these undocumented citizens. They're starting to unalive Americans. They're starting to harass American citizens, born American citizens. Americans are starting to lash out back at their government. And then there's some Americans, I don't know if you saw these Black Panthers, I don't know if they're real or the fake ones. They're coming out saying they're protecting the immigrants. Like, and then you have Black Americans who don't like the immigrants, and they're siding with like MAGA people. It's all fucked up. It's all mixed up what's going on down there, right? This isn't yeah. It's messed up. It's a screwed up situation. ICE get out of their way. You're saying that ICE get out of the way. Rob, brilliant art. ICE get out of the way. Yes. I don't know if you want them out of the way, but they're coming in the way. And right now, it's affecting the American citizens themselves. It's affecting American citizens themselves. I know this. It's an excuse to police everybody in a certain way. You get what I mean? Like, it's an excuse to profile people. So now I said this, right? They're using the ICE. If you have a warrant for your arrest and you're hiding, if you owe the IRS, if you owe child support, and you are a born American, this is an excuse to when they stop you and look you up, you better to have a clean record because they'll just use that against you.
So where are the police?
Where's the police? You're damn right. Where's the police?
Like ICE just replaced the police?
ICE just replaced the police. That's what happened. ICE just replaced the police. But yo, you guys, who's ever watching or been watching, look up what went down yesterday now because it's the morning time. Look up what went on at the World Economic Forum. Listen to what Trump was saying. Listen what the Canadian Prime Minister was saying. They're basically going back and forth. Trump doesn't like what Carney said, and Carney doesn't like what Trump is doing, and they're both subliminally talking about each other, especially Carney. Carney really gave it to the world. He's warning the world about Trump again. Yes, deport the illegal criminals from all the prisoners they released. Oh, so you're saying that the people who came into America in Minnesota were prisoners? But that America took these people in. I hope people know. A lot of the Somalis, if we're talking about them, they were brought in from America as refugees, temporary protected citizens, TPS, I think, right? I watched what happened to Minnesota. She had choices to comply and listen. I heard that too. I think it was privileges. I think the only reason she done what she done is because I'm gonna be straight up, no filter. She thought that she was privileged to do what she want because she's a white lady, and the only reason that the girl in Minnesota, right? Because someone was saying that I watched what happened in Minnesota, and she had choices to comply. This got a lot of attention and exploded because it was a white lady.
The video again,
right? No, I watched the video again. I watched the video again.
Her partner was doing all the friggin' talking.
Her partner?
Her partner was doing most of the talking.
Oh, I see. So her partner, because she's a
he got mad. He was trigger happy.
Wait.
He got mad with the partner, and she's like, "Be a good boy."
Oh, I didn't know that. So she got mad.
Watch the video. You can't just make assumptions.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, after when she was unalived and killed, right? It got a lot of attention, right? And people are split about this.
The uproar.
It's a big uproar, bigger than ever. When did "Don't Tread on Me" become "Obey or Die"? Yeah. Instead of comply, she floored her vehicle into the what? You said something. I didn't see that. Her partner said drive. Oh, see? Someone said her partner said drive.
Watch the video for yourself.
Yeah, we got to watch the video. Everybody keeps talking about the video. We changed our mind that quick. Everybody keeps talking about the video to watch the video. It's very controversial. So he shot her. Either way, he shot her. And recently, Trump, he did not apologize. Recently, Trump, he agreed with the guy who shot the lady, man. He agreed. He doesn't give a damn. He agreed with the whole thing, right? So right now it's a money thing for him. He doesn't care about anybody, what's going on in America. He just cares about making money and taking over and saying he's taking over places, wants the oil, he wants minerals. What is this? What do you call this? Like a pirate, right? He's like he's a colonizer. So he wants the money, he wants the oil, and he wants land. This is monopoly for him, right? So the World Economic Forum, he basically telling people, you're lucky I didn't take over Greenland. You're lucky he didn't do it because they can do it easily. No, he said he felt bad. He said he felt bad. He said he felt bad. Trump said, I gotta watch that shit because people been felt bad about the lady dying. Maybe he said he felt bad, but he doesn't. He agrees with the guy, the ICE agent. Did the ICE agent get fired? Is there a trial going for the ICE agent?
So much money.
Yeah, he raised a lot of money. People rate what? He got a lot of money, the ICE agent. I think probably has $1 million, over $1 million now, right?
That's like that lady that went after the little black kid in the park.
Shit, man. I guess this is Make America Great Again, right? This is, yes, because her dad is Trump fan. Oh, I heard that. Yeah, that's why he said he felt bad because her dad was a Trump supporter. Her dad's a Trump supporter, but that doesn't mean that she was with her dad. You get what I mean? That doesn't mean that she support Trump. Obviously, she did not support Trump. She's out there protesting against the ICE, right? But that's another story. Right now, you got this guy moving and moving with this whole thing, hustling and threatening countries, and now he got what he wanted. Mission completed, Trump. Mission completed. He says there's a long-term deal on the table with Greenland, and basically, Greenland's gonna allow the American military to come up there and protect them, right? And more to come.
Remember what we said that he would do?
What do you
Trump will pay every citizen.
He's paying them off. Yes.
That's the long-term deal.
The long-term.
He paid them.
So wait, is the long-term deal in Greenland to because he was floating that idea to pay off every citizen a certain amount of money.
Probably, man.
If they become, because he was saying it's in development, eh? Yeah. He didn't go back. He keeps going back and forth. He's saying it's in development of America taking over Greenland. So maybe that payment, what he's saying, he'll give every citizen what $1 million or a couple 100,000. Maybe
people are on the island.
There's only 300,000, I think.
Oh, that's nothing.
It's not even 1 million people on the what's called Greenland. He paid them. It's 300,000 people. That's like barely a
long-term deal, right?
Yes, a long-term deal. So if you give each person, he could afford to give each person like what? He could pay each person $1 million.
Make them comfortable.
You can make them comfortable. So if you say you give each citizen $1 million, right? It's only 300,000 people. You give them $1 million, they'll sell themselves out. They'll sell out. They probably gave in to him because he's saying other people have float an idea to Greenland before. And I think if you look up Greenland's history, it is true. Other people floated the idea of, or Greenland wanted to join. I forgot who they wanted to join, but they're willing to join another country before, right? So probably they will take the money. Again, are you American? No, I'm not American. I ain't hiding behind that. No. And that's why I see it good and nice and clear. But I have a lot of American friends. Yes, I have a lot of American friends who I've talked to throughout the years. Right?
But
no.
If you're American.
Yeah, they're asking for American. If you're Canadian, you're basically, it's the same shit almost. I don't know why people think.
Why did they just ask them?
Yeah, why? What? So what if I'm? You're asking if I'm American. So what? Just let ICE do the job. If they arrest you and they're in the wrong, get a lawyer. You're right. If you're a citizen, that's what you have to do. But the people who are not a citizen, they have no rights.
I have a question.
What's the question?
Like Odessa has a friend. Shit, I'm using names.
What's the question?
She's a friend.
Yeah.
From here.
Mm-hmm.
She's Somali.
Yeah.
But she goes to school in the States.
Oh, she better not go back into America. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She better come right back to Atlanta. She better come right back to Canada. Is she born a Canadian? Is she born Canadian? The Somali girl, is she born Canadian? She's okay, so she better come back.
Studying in the States.
You know what? No, that's a risk because there's stories of Trump deporting people who are American citizens, but they might be like their background, their parents are from another country, and they mistakenly deported them to South America. So if she's in America and she's a Canadian, but she's a Somali background, they don't give a shit. They'll take her in, and if they are not smart enough, they will deport her to Somalia. So she's playing with fire. If they find her, they're not gonna. She better show a lot of proof that she's Canadian, because they're gonna want to deport her. How ICE is working right now, if you don't have a record what matches up to being like American citizen, fully born there, you are a suspect. You're gonna be a suspect, right? And like I'm saying, Canada is right next to America. Most of Canada is borderline to America. I don't know if you guys don't know this. Most of the Great Lakes, the water what America gets, whatever, fresh water, it comes from Canada. A lot of the electricity that America gets comes from Canada. And that is not something I'm making up. Look it up, especially the East Coast, right? When there was a blackout, they were looking to Canada. When the East Coast had a blackout a couple years ago, remember that blackout? They're saying it was caused by something in Canada. They blacked out a lot of the East Coast. Look it up. This is nothing I'm making up. The Great Lakes are where Canada is, and a lot of the water flows up from the north, which is Canada. If Canada wanted to lock that off, that's why Trump wanted to make Canada the 51st state. If Canada was to lock it off, America would suffer, and that's what would make war, right? Most countries would deport you if you're illegal. Yes, of course. I don't support that. If you're illegal, it says illegal. That means you're not legal. The only people who are really fighting this, I say this illegal shit, is in America, because there's so much illegal people who came in from Biden, especially Biden. Biden made a whole bunch of people come in. So you got to blame your own government too. That's another thing, right? What doesn't make no sense how people are talking. It was Biden who opened the floodgates or whatever, made a whole bunch of people come in to America, right? And even before him, people were coming into America easily from South America, easily. So you got to blame your own government. They've been letting people in for years into America. California, especially California, the reason there's so much drugs going through America because of the cartels. They make movies of it, right? Most countries would give you a day in court. What? Okay, you are right. Yes. So South America, right? It's been a big problem for America. Remember, but it's kind of coming back to haunt America because they had the Contras. Just do your history, man. And I said this in other episodes. They were training these guys from what, the 70s, the 80s, and then these guys were in the military. They turn around and start to sell the drugs and smuggle it into America. It's all connected with El Chapo and shit like this, right? So the economics is now he wants to use that as an excuse to take over oil and land, right? So I don't know at this meeting what they had, if he was talking about what he was doing with actually he was talking about Venezuela. When he went to in Switzerland at the Dobbs meeting or whatever they call it, he was talking about Venezuela, the oil, how everybody's coming to him and they're making deals now, like they're gonna work with America for Venezuelan oil. He's gangster. He's gangster, man. What if I come with a visit visa and I don't want to go back? How do I make myself legal? That's a good question. You don't want to go back. How do you make yourself legal? Maybe, I don't know if they're strict in America with this. The only way they do this in Canada, if you marry somebody, if somebody marries you, and maybe you have a child there, but it's very hard. I knew for a long time it's not easy to become a citizen in America compared to Canada. So if you have a visa and you don't want to go back, I don't know how you're gonna stay in America because right now, especially now, they're really strict. They're really strict right now. I don't know how that's going to really work because they're going to deport a lot of people who's been growing up. They came to America when they're like 1 and 5 years old and don't know anything about Somalia. That's going to happen. A whole bunch of people who's been living in America for 30 something years, 25 years, and they came on a visa. They're going to be deported. Some are married right now. They're probably married to even an American or born American. They might get deported, right? Back and you'll fill out the forms you'll use to be able to do that. So it says you go back and you fill out the forms you used to be able to do that through the courts. And now it's a different time. This is why I'm saying, like, if you've been in the country for a long time, you should have looked about that. You waited till this guy came in like Trump, who's been watching the system for a long time. Now you're gonna do that? Now we're gonna do that? You know, he's giving these people a certain period of time. Like he's basically giving people 2 months. He's canceling the visas. What, the 21st? Well, it is the 21st. He's canceled the visas. Don't you see what happened right before at this meeting is symbolic. This meeting, what was in Switzerland, is a symbolic meeting for him because look at now, the 21st, the 21st, right? Canceled all visas, 75 countries. So it is symbolic because he's been in a world meeting and the 75 countries, he's canceled all their visas, right? As of what, today? All the visas are canceled. So now it gives ICE more power now. All the people who have their canceled visas, they're going out for them now. They know who they are, right? He's canceling everything, then gave a grace period. Oh, the grace period. Maybe just a grace period until they go find where they live and everything. Don't go to the USA. You're damn right. For a Canadian to go to the USA, it's not good. Especially with Carney talking against Trump right now. And Trump said he didn't like what Carney was saying in this meeting. It's not good. Right now, they're charging Canadians more money to go to America. They want to see your bank account for the last, what, 5 years or something like that. And they want to see your social media. I don't know if it's for the last 5 years, but they want to see a Canadian's bank account and your social media. Now, vice versa. If you're American, would you want to do that? Would you, when you travel, would you want to show any government the last 5 years of your social media and your bank account? Would you want to show any government that? I want to know. Tourism is down 30%. You're right. You know why, James Surin? Why it is? Canadians make up a big percentage because we're the biggest trading partner. Canadians make up a big percentage of Las Vegas tourism and Florida's tourism. I don't know if you don't know that. The snowbirds in Florida, yeah. So they make up a lot of that money. Canadians ain't going there as much. They're boycotting it. Las Vegas, a lot of Canadians I heard straight from American. American told me this more than once. A lot of the Canadians are the tourism in Las Vegas, so the ones who have money. So now you have a lot of Canadians scared to go to America. So now you're losing a lot of money for Las Vegas. Guess what? Trump, he's doing a good job, right? Yes. Oh, yes, you're a snowbird, bird. Patrice Mason. Yes. So are you going there? No, she just said she's not going there. She's not going there. She's not going to be going there. So, yo, you guys are losing right now. Tourism is down in America. The biggest trading partner. You're scaring off the people from going there. I don't blame Canadians. You don't want to go there. Why would you? Hell no, I wouldn't be going there now. First of all, they're gonna. If you talk against Trump, this is another thing. This will show you how narcissist he is. He says there's freedom of speech, but if you talk against Trump, he will lock your ass up. No wonder a lot of the celebrities are not talking about him too much. They're not talking tough anymore. Snoop ain't saying fuck Donald Trump anymore. He ain't saying that shit anymore. He's silent all of a sudden. If I come to Canada with a visa, can I seek for asylum? Right now, before you could do that, someone's asking about if they come to Canada, could they seek asylum? Before you could do that, but Carney's know better. Carney's deporting people now. So UK, it's like a system. What's going on? Everybody's blocking you. UK is getting strict because they're already filled up with a lot of people. Canada, Carney is not letting people in because they're kind of working with America. As much as they're going back and forth, he has to show some type of resilience. He has to show some backbone, Carney. So before it would be easier for you to do that, seek asylum in Canada, and people are going to try. I would say try. If you have no choice and you're in America, try to do it. But Carney's deporting a lot of people too. He's just doing it quiet. There no mercy in Canada. Don't think Canada is just sweet. They are deporting people. Right now, there are so many people that are asking to come to Canada. If you are American citizen, like I mean a born American citizen, you probably could come to Canada easy. If you're, I'm gonna say, if you're born citizen and maybe a citizen who, even if you're an immigrant but you've been legally in America, you could come to Canada because a lot of Americans do good in Canada for years. Any American I've known who has come to Canada, they do good. They're doing good. They're welcome here, right? But if you are a person who's like not legal in America, right now that's stopped because of Biden. You got to blame Biden. There's a whole bunch of them who's coming through the border. There's a movement growing in Canada, right, called Canada First, of generational Canadians who are fighting against the immigrants, especially brown people. There's been a big resentment in the last, I should say, since Trump took power, of Canadians who are kind of solidarity with Trump. If you don't know, there's a lot of Canadians who, a percentage of Canadians, solidarity with Trump so bad that in Alberta, some of them want to break off from Canada. They want to do a referendum saying they want to break from Canada. Saskatchewan has this group who says they want to break from Canada. They're saying it's American influence infiltrators who's been influencing some Canadians to do these movements. So there's a big fight against immigration from generational Canadians. So it's not a good time for immigrants to come to Canada unless you're doing it with money. The ones who they want here, they want people who have money. You can't come to Canada. Don't think, oh, Canada's taking anybody in. No, 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 no. That's not going. The biggest problem is communism taking over Canada. There's different type of communism. You got to explain that clearly, right? What is communism?
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Explain that clearly. What is really communism? Because some people use that word a lot. You get what I mean? I'm gonna tell you, I'm living comfortably. I'm living comfortably compared to some people in America who, if you don't have a job, if you are not having a good job, you suffer. But if you don't have to have the best job in Canada, and you will get health care, as long as you have a health card, you're gonna be treated right. Compared to that, you have to have a good job in America. You better be working. There's no relaxation in America. Just to have a child, you what? It's a lot of money, right? I don't know how people are having children in America. Like you see these people in some areas. They have like a lot of kids. How does that work? I don't know. I don't even know how their welfare system really works. I hear about food stamps and shit like that. Like in Canada, you should not be homeless, but there's homeless. There's so-called poor people, but a lot of the time it's mental illness. I'm just putting it out there. A lot of the times, what happened? What you saying?
The man in the store.
Oh, that's another story, man. But right now, the World Economic Forum, what Trump went to, he just wanted you all to know in the world that where he stands. And Carney is exposing the New World Order, right? You wouldn't know communism if it bit you. So what is America? What is America? Yo, make it by. I'd rather not be getting killed by no police in the streets. What I see down there, you know what I mean? The cops could murder somebody in the streets and get away with it. You have what's called Trayvon Martin. That guy killed the guy in the street, and he's like a hero. Like you, how do they get? What kind of system you're trying to tell me is down there? Fascist police state. 3 jobs in the USA and still can't keep up. See? 3 jobs in America and you can't keep up. Shit. My parents came here from a communist country giving me freedom of choice by moving here. Where are you from? You're American or you're Canadian? I think you're American. Nowhere's perfect, really. Nowhere is really perfect. There's nowhere perfect. Even when people want to talk about Canada, like we're better than even America, everybody has their little faults too. Because if people think that there's no so-called ghettos in Canada, yes, there is. It's called the reserves, where the natives are, right? One of the biggest drug-riddled cities in the North America is in Canada, and that is Vancouver. A certain part of Vancouver, right, has a lot of drugs, more than any city in America. How much people know that? I'm just putting it out there, some knowledge, right? So he said that is why I travel between them. Okay, you travel. You're Canadian, Patrice Mason. So do you see what I'm saying right now? Go watch the clips of Trump talking. Go watch the clips of Carney talking. I had an episode on our channel of Trump versus our Carney, right? The history of both of them and what they're both doing. And Carney had a good speech today, a real good speech, and Trump criticized it. You're saying he did not like what he was saying and what Carney was saying is let's all unite, people. Let's all come together, people. Let's all work together because we got to make a new order. He's saying we need to make a new order. We cannot stand by and make America bully us all with the old and use the old system to benefit them. Let's get rid of all of that shit and make a new order. Just too bad for Taco Man. Who's the Taco Man? Are you talking about the guy who Trump arrested? Because people are forgetting about that. They're forgetting about the man who he went and captured. We're not hearing about any trials or anything, right? Trump. Trump, you're talking about Trump. You call him the orange man. Call him the orange man. Right now, he had a victory today. He believed he hit the victory. He believed he had a victory, a long-term deal, and he bullied them into giving him what he wants. We don't know what the deal really is, but he's satisfied with it. He says it's a long-term deal. Trump always chickens out. No, he's playing a game, people. Trump is playing a good game. Don't get fooled. Trump he it's called Trump cards, right? So he put it out there. Yes, I'm going to take you over. I'm going to take you over. I'm going to do all of this and do all of that. And then when he goes to this meeting and talks to the government of Greenland, all of a sudden he has deals. He has, oh, we're gonna get minerals. We're gonna have the American military for sure up there. Um, Definitely down the line, we're gonna take over the country, and he's confident. He tried to do that with Canada. I don't know what he was trying to do with Canada. It did not work because he wants the lumber. Well, that's what he's looking at. There's oil in Alberta. That's what he's looking at, and it did not work. The people don't want him. Yeah, he's saying, yo, the 51st state, right? the 51st state. But this is a twist now. Could it be that Trump, right? Because the prime minister, you could be a prime minister forever, like basically for 20 years, 15 years. And Trump only has like 3 more years after this year's whatever up. And could it be that he doesn't want to see what he's putting together fall apart because Carney will still be the prime minister when he's gone? Think of it. That normally will happen. The prime minister could be a prime minister for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, right? Trump has made his 2.9 billion off the presidency. You're right. The world do want him damn old fart. Well, by the time he's finished his presidency, he's going to be about 83 years old. And that's why I said over on different lives, he does not care. He does not care because he's old. So the most dangerous man in the world, person in the world, in that position that he feels he could die any day, he wants to go down in history. So today, when he was at this meeting, the World Economic Forum, he was just saying anything he wants. He was basically saying, "Yo, to all of you guys in the meeting, you're lucky I just changed my mind. I just changed my mind. No, I'm not going to take over you guys. I'm not going to take over you guys. But I thought we should really take over you guys. It would help. Impeachment? He has 34 charges. Before he became the president, he had 34 charges, and no one's talking about that anymore. 34 charges just disappeared, right? Nobody but MAGA crying at his funeral. You're right. That's why he's the Taco Bell. Nobody but MAGA's crying at his funeral. It's true. It's true. And his kids and his children, right? And maybe Vance and a couple other people. I'm just saying that we're in a time now that he wants to be like the biggest dictator. And he's getting old. He is old and he's gonna get older. And he doesn't like Carney because Carney's younger and Carney will be the prime minister maybe for the next couple years past if Trump doesn't doesn't step down. He might not step down. That's might be in the works. I was saying earlier what might happen that with the unrest in America, if it's possible that he says martial law, and then I heard if that comes in, he no elections, and he would still be the president. I don't know if that's fact, but that's what I was hearing. So he's gonna keep going and going until he could get the money. He's going after all of the money. Iran, he wants Iran to act up. He already okay, fake threat. He said if Iran ever bothers his those people again, right? Does anything to their people, he's gonna bomb them. They've been doing shit to their people. He didn't bomb nobody. I don't know if he's. I'm hearing that he took out the military out of Iraq fully recently. Is that true? I don't know. His favorite book of mine, Camp Camp. Yes, they are. You need to go watch podcasts in America. They are fitting to get him out. Yes, I know that. They would love to get him out. I heard that. My pop's been telling me about that. That they would love to get him out. How are they going to get him out? 34 charges, people. He already had 34 charges. Why didn't he get out then? Why didn't he kick him out then? I'm hearing that he was accused of rape, abusing a lady, and he still is the president. So I don't know about that. How if he's Bibi, I don't know what that means. Epstein, yeah, the Epstein. The Epstein files. They keep talking about these Epstein files. I'm tired of hearing about these Epstein files. And he's still in power because right now is an economic war. This is the main thing, right? It's an economic war. That's what Trump is doing, and that's what Carney is doing. Carney's fighting Trump with the economic war. And because Britain, with their BRICS and whatever was going on for a couple of years, they've been fighting in Europe about their money situation. You don't think Trump's been seeing that? Right? Trump's been seeing that. That's why he disrespects Europe. Trump's fully disrespecting Europe, people. But people, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Support. Yes, economy is shit right now, Yeah, yeah. The economy is shit right now. So it's an economic war. This guy's doing. He's doing an economic war against the whole entire world. It started with the tariffs. It's the tariffs. The tariffs is the economic war and more, right? What they got, not food. Mmm. David Burke. But it's an economic war. And who's winning this economic war? He's taking over he wants to take over places. So now we got Venezuela, big real estate, right? At this world forum, he's basically saying, yo, people, I'm gonna give you guys a piece of Venezuela. I'm going to use Venezuela to make you guys love me. So let's sit down around the table and do some deals. And I'm gonna give you China, you whoever, whatever country in Europe, I'm gonna give you some of that oil. So shut up. That's what he's saying. Take this oil and shut up. So one of his main things he was doing at the forum is promoting how America could give oil like it's theirs now. He's basically saying that's their oil. He's not saying it's Venezuela oil. He's saying the oil in Venezuela is Americans. He wants the money for himself and his wealthy friends. Yes, yes, he wants the money for himself and his wealthy friends.
Care about them.
Yeah, he doesn't care about them.
But
it's true.
Know. Biden was kind of weird.
Biden? Yeah, Biden's kind of weird.
Messed things up.
Yes.
To give Trump a harder time.
Yeah, he messed stuff up because he's old too. So that was an old fight, Trump and Biden. He messed things up to give Trump a hard time because he let all these immigrants come through and he done all types of shit. I agree with that. Yes, that's why a lot of Americans are angry right now because of Biden. Biden let a lot of people through and he changed up a lot of shit, right? Even though he's a Democrat, right? So damn ballroom, right? So it's crazy. It's crazy what's going on, people. But the World Economic Forum, you got to check it out. It might be boring to some people, but if you care about your community, society, or what's going down in the world, go listen to if you want to call him a madman, if you want to call him whatever, listen to what Trump's saying, and then go listen to Carney. And there's other leaders who are talking. We don't know what they were saying, the other leaders, but I guarantee it wasn't it wasn't nice about what America was doing with the tariffs, right? Canada has was putting tariffs on America. I don't know if Carney's going to put any tariffs on America, or is there tariffs on America from Canada? But we're the biggest trading partners. Canada and America is the biggest trading partners right now. Trump isn't worth the time. Well, he's making a lot of time. He's making a lot of time for people. He's every day he has something new he's coming up with. Every day there's something new he's coming up with. There's never a dull moment for this guy, right? He'll go after celebrities. If you talk, he'll go after any person who talks against him. He's gonna attack. He's he's very pity or whatever. He'll go after anybody who talks against him, right? No, that's Project 2025. Explain, explain. Like today, yesterday was a very important day. That's all I got to tell you. Yesterday was a very important day in Switzerland, Davos. It was very important. Very important. Not he has never made a deal. He wants you to believe that it's bullshit. Yeah, yeah, I could believe that. I could believe that. He's going back and forth, right? Reverse psychology. He works people a lot. Trump is a pit bull for America. Yes, he's the pit bull for America. And you know what? It could be Democrat, it could be Republican. It seems like it doesn't matter anymore because, like I'm saying, a lot of black, especially the so-called people who's supposed to be with the Democrats, a lot of black Americans, they love Trump now for what he's doing with the ICE. I don't see no what's called civil rights leaders coming against going out and talking against Trump because what he's doing. I don't see that. I just don't see it. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. Canadians, watch your commitment and House of Commons to see what laws they're trying to pass. Man, Canada's not innocent either. They are passing all types of shit right now in Canada. A whole bunch of stuff they've been passing, like it's kind of crazy, right? So no one is perfect. There's a whole bunch of laws. Freedom of speech doesn't exist. I know that freedom of speech does not really exist. Um, Trump been saying promotes the freedom of speech, what fits his agenda, but certain things you still cannot say against him, right? Um, yeah, right now, like I'm saying, it's a new day for America. Do you watch American podcasts? Yes, I watch a lot of them, tons of them. America is the world's entertainment. I say it again. America is the world's entertainment. No one watches, like, I don't know about Europe, but in Canada, 90% of the media is American media. No one, there's people who watch maybe some Canadian content, but 90% of Canadian media, I mean, like, what Canadians take in is American media. Remember, Instagram is American company. YouTube is an American company. So the world is watching America more than anything. They don't really watch unless you're China or something like that or Russia, but everybody watches America. That's why American entertainers are so rich. You have to look. It's not because America is making them just rich. It's because the whole world is watching, right? No, no, true. It depends your age. Most people who I know, they don't watch Canadian media unless you are really into it, right? May I ask you to watch? Okay. MAGA protects free speech. We don't tell them what they can or can't say. We just correct them when they are wrong. That's just a huge difference. Okay, so now Jim Baroni. I just did my taxes. I'm getting back 800 more than last year. No complaints from me. Where are you from, Jim? Again? Are you from Canada?
Isn't that your?
No, 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 no. It's not him. No complaints. No complaints. Yeah, Canada, Canadians, unless you're older, certain age, Instagram is where people get a lot of their news from. YouTube is where they get their news from. They're not watching no real Canadian media unless you are really into looking for knowledge, right? We watch.
Yeah, do you believe the Canadian media all the time, though?
Yeah, do we believe the Canadian media all the time? That's another thing. Oh, you're from the Bronx, so you got 800 back. That's good. That's good, right? A lot of people watch social media for the news, and Instagram's owned by America, and YouTube is owned. I'm guessing it's owned by America. Just putting that out. And what's his name? Twitter, right? Is owned by what's his name? Elon Musk, and Elon Musk is great friends with Trump. Elon Musk is good friends with Trump. So there you go, people. There you go. You got that's the media. Twitter, people go on Twitter to look for the news. And that is owned by Elon Musk, aka Trump's good friend, right? And then Trump has True Social. He has his own media, Trump. He has his own thing. And you know what he put out? Fake news. Why did he say fake news? Because he says he's putting out reverse psychology. Don't believe in Fox. Don't believe in CNN because whatever they say about me is fake, right? So right now, the World Economic Forum, when I say that Mr. Carney said the New World Order, right? People are going to say that's fake. Now AI will make you not believe things because you're saying, no, that shit is AI, right? Hey, do you think of the niece of the original Black Panthers telling the new Black Panther Party she's gonna sue them? Okay, you heard the news about the niece of Huey P. Newton saying she's gonna sue those Black Panther guys who are coming out defending the immigrants, right? I think it's an opportunity so she could get some money. I'm gonna be straight up because before this ICE stuff, right? Before
where was she this whole time?
Where was she this whole time?
Where
People are saying that this guy's maybe a Fed, the guy who was promoting the new Black Panthers. But hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, was it like 20 years ago, or even 15 years ago? I've been seeing the new Black Panther Party, a couple different Black Panther parties for years before this whole ICE stuff.
The Morse.
I've been seeing but I'm just saying there's been the new Black Panther Party online, on Instagram, on whatever Facebook. I've been seeing that over 15 years. So she's basically angry that these guys saying they're protecting the immigrants. I don't know about that. I didn't really hear them saying they're protecting these immigrants. Maybe it's American citizens they want to protect because a lot of Black Americans don't like, and it's not all of them, don't like Black immigrants or any immigrants, and a lot of them say they're the FBA. So I don't know if that's real or fake news. I don't know if that Black Panther Party really is protecting the immigrants. I never really heard that. I think they're just protecting citizens, anybody who's being harassed by the ICE. I'll put that up for you, right? Because you wanted me to answer that question. Fentanyl, they're blaming that for Canada. Fentanyl, that's what Trump is blaming the drugs too. He's blaming Canada for the drug problem. That's another thing too.
What about our gun problem over here?
And then Canada's blaming America for the guns, right? I can suggest some podcasts. Park Geta, Job, Dean Withers. I think I heard of Dean Withers. Satan's Peck for You. They are amazing, but Canadians can't call in, but many can listen. I'll check that out. I think I heard of Dean Withers. He said Patricia Mason. I think she's Canadian. She was suggesting some podcasts to go look for. Parker Geta, Job, Dean Withers, and Satan Specs for You. They are amazing, but Canadians can't call in. Yes. And I don't know. There's a block. There's a block. Media blackout. Canadians have blocked. How does it work? It's kind of confusing. But because Canada doesn't want to pay some type of tax to the American social media companies, especially Instagram, America has blocked our media from America. They have done that. They have blocked our media from America. A lot of people don't know that. That was a big story for a while. They're blocking Canadian media from America. Yeah. But respect to the people who have made our podcast, the Down to Earth Network, one of the top conspiracy podcasts on what's called Million Podcast. Right now, we're number 7. In a database. Much respect. No, they only speak AM. Okay, much respect. So, what's this guy saying? Patrick Pitchener. Canada is breaking up into different countries. Yep. Alberta is trying to break away from Canada and will most likely get them. Yeah.
My sister moved from there.
I've been hearing about that whole thing, that Alberta thing. I've been hearing about that. There's like this group trying to fight to break away. Quebec tried that years ago, and that didn't work. Quebec tried that. So now Alberta wants to break away and be its own country.
Because Trump and that, it's Trump land.
It's because it's Trump land.
My sister is living out there. She said it's all about Trump.
Yeah,
all about Trump out there.
So they're Americanized. So in Alberta, they're really out there, man. They're really loving Trump in Alberta. That's why people don't get it twisted. When people think all Canadians are really patriotic, are all together. No, there's a lot of sellouts. There's a lot of sellouts who they love what Trump is doing because some of them feel that they have lost their position, right?
Wait,
so that's bad. Yeah. Trump 2028. So he's saying Trump 2028. You're right.
Yeah.
Trump 2008. Martial law going into place right now. You're right. Maple MAGA. Holy shit. Maple MAGA. Yeah. It's sad though. It's sad though, people. But yo, people, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff for supporting, man. And I love that you guys are in the chat talking back and forth. Free speech so far. You get what I mean? Not biased on any side because I do support certain things what Trump does. I'm not fully against what Trump is like everything. That's not popular in Canada, but at least he's honest. That's one thing I'm gonna give. Like he's saying what's on his mind, and he's not hiding. And you get what I mean? Like there's been other politicians that been doing dirt for years, and they don't, and they act like Obama wasn't perfect. Everybody's talking like Obama was perfect, and he's done a lot of dirt behind the scenes too. He's just quiet about it. So
Dangerous.
at least Trump is telling you exactly what he's going to do, right? At least he's telling you exactly what he's going to do. He's not lying. Well, he could be lying sometime, but he's telling you his moves. He's not just doing shit undercover and then it's dirty.
His leadership is his leadership.
Yeah, his leadership is his leadership.
He's not going by protocol.
Yeah, he's not going by no protocol, not too much scripts. He's going by, he's just raw and unfiltered. And some people may not like that, right? But I respect that. I'm going to be straight up. At least he's telling you what it is, right? But people, please subscribe, like, and comment, all that good stuff. Yes, I respect honesty. Even if you don't like somebody, like one thing I respect in America, this is one thing I'm going to tell you before I go out of this. In America, at least if somebody doesn't like you, they tell you that, like the so-called racists. You're gonna know where you stand. But in Canada, you know how they do it? If they don't like you, it's secret and invisible, and you cannot prove it. Compared to America, they hide. That's what. That's the only big bullshit in Canada. They hide and they'll hate you, and you can't prove it, right? I respect somebody who tells you who they are. So yeah, you know where you stand. Yes, Obama was not quiet about it. To me, he was quiet about it compared to Trump, right? Yeah, it's awkward. Yeah,
he was gonna deal with Obama. Did he broadcast it?
Obama didn't broadcast this shit like Trump.
When he went, yeah. When he was going after Osama.
Yeah, he didn't broadcast it. But yo, I'm gonna tell you people, tap in to the World Economic Forum, all the clips, watch it, take it in. I encourage you guys to search for the knowledge yourself, right? And I encourage you to go listen to Carney, what he was saying at the World Economic Forum. I encourage you, right? Yep. I've met so many casual racist people at work. Yeah, they're there. They are, right? But people, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. This is Sean Myrie of the Down to Earth Podcast Network. Yeah, tune in once again. I'm on all podcast platforms, Down to Earth Network, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, every single podcast you could think of. I got a lot of episodes. Definitely, this one will be uploaded also. I'm out.